Monday, June 23rd, 2014, and this is a meeting of the New Human Rights Commission. I would like to call this meeting to order. First of all, I would like to welcome our new commissioner, and Wendy Ringhofer, and thank you. We appreciate you willing to do this.
Good. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Did everybody get a chance to see the agenda for today, and do we need to make any changes or any additions? No? Okay.
I make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Any objections or comments? So everybody in favor? Aye.
Aye.
It has come to my attention that there is no secretary to take the minutes today. Oh, thank you very much. So Commissioner Oswald, she volunteered. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, and did everybody get a chance to see the minutes for the last meeting? And do we have any corrections or any comments on that? No? Then can we have a motion to approve them?
I move to approve the
Second.
minutes.
Second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Library poster contest display. It's up, and there was not much to display because we only had a couple of posters, but I put up some information about the New Human Rights Commission and what we do, and I put some past posters related to some of the programs that we had before. So I believe we have another month. If you get a chance, go and check it. I'd like to use that as a basis for, whenever we have a booth or something, just to have that ready. I have some things laminated, and so I would appreciate your input, and you will have any suggestions about that. So any other comments for that?
Thank you
Yes.
for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, next in the agenda, violence against women. I am still waiting to hear from a couple of sources about speakers that we might have on the subject of women against violence. I just haven't had that much time to look some more. The League of Women Voters has some contacts, and they're still gonna give me those names. But I was also thinking that, the attitudes toward the opposite sex and some of the problems with violence against women start pretty early. So what the commission feels that might be a good subject for the poster and essay context for next year? The stereotypes, the difference between boys and girls, some of the attitudes that maybe girls cannot do things. What do you think? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any comments? Because I was thinking if we can do the program sometime in the spring, we can also next year, right before we have our contest where everybody really, because it's in the past, even if we give them the theme for the poster and essay contest before the end of the year, nobody does anything until the spring. If we can have a program in the spring that talks about, women and the stereotypes and some of the violence against women and the attitudes, that we can tie this whole thing together. Any comments on that? Any ideas on that?
I think it's personally a good idea, and I think it probably would elicit a lot of things that might surprise us, truthfully. I wonder, do we just have it violence against women? Do we open it as violence against boys? Or these are children that we're asking. I mean, there's violence against boys and girls, too. That might get, someone might get into the bullying piece again.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because we already covered it, covered that for both boys and girls. This is more about
maybe violence against women. Would it eliminate
boys being in? I don't think so. I would.
They might see, they might see things about moms and dads and I think it's a good idea.
And again, this is how we phrase the theme.
Mhm.
In the past, I think we had problems when they don't know how to relate to the theme of the poster and essay contest. Either they're too little, too general, and sometimes the teachers don't have time to explain it to them. When we've been successful and we have a lot of interest, it's because the teachers took the time to talk about the issues. So if we can have a program somehow related to, you know, this, women stereotypes, the perception of women abilities, you know, anything from glass ceilings to everything, that might be something that the girls and the boys, the ones that do the poster and the essays, might be able to relate. Something that, yeah?
I think so.
So if we do that, then we can delay just a little bit to coming up with a program in the spring. Is that agreeable with everybody?
Sounds great.
Okay.
No,
Commission.
I agree, but violence against women.
Mhm.
Are there any of the speakers that you know of that also say, you know, boys and girls? Violence
Yeah, and
against-
we might have
you know
to
what I mean?
change
Is
that. Yeah.
there a happy medium, or you know, maybe they'll just say,
Mhm.
"Well, that's the way it is at home," you know. So you might find out more than we want to find out too. But
But we did when we did the bullying program too. We did find out sometimes more than we wanted to know. And, but I think it's a way of approaching it that has to do with human rights, and especially, you know, we see in the world how bad some women are treated. All you have to do is see India. But, you know, in here, there's also some really strange attitudes about women, and there is the problem. So I think it would be good learning for both boys and girls. But I know what you mean. But we've already done it successfully with bullying, and I think we agreed that we were not going to publish some of the essays too, because some of the kids they really want to, and that's fine with me.
Mm.
That's
share
fine
some
with
pretty
me.
personal things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll then postpone that talk about that particular program to tie it with the essay and the poster for, you know, in the spring. Is that okay?
So spring or fall?
In the spring. In the spring.
Talk about next
Because,
spring.
yeah.
Okay.
Because, and that brings me to the next thing in the agenda, is that I've been talking to the League of Women Voters, and I think that the last meeting I already had a quick meeting with the board. We had another meeting, Commissioner Exo came with me too, and we talked about some of the things that both organizations have in common. So we agreed that one of the things that we have in common is, you know, the Article 21st of 21 of the Declaration of Human Rights, the UN Declaration of Human Rights, talks about the right of people to participate in their government. And the mission of the League of Women Voters is also educate and, you know, provide help for voting. So we figured that that would be something that intersects between the two organizations. So it was a good opportunity. We do something together with them. It's a good opportunity to remind people what their rights are as far as voting, what other people's rights are as far as voting. And the three things that we thought might be interesting was what affects the rights of people. And that would be poverty, the media and money, or how money affects media, and the psychology of decision making. So we are thinking that that would be the themes that we would like for speakers to address. And we have quite a few resources on that area, both from the League of Human Rights, of the League of Women Voters. And I did contact the Minnesota let's see, what is it? It's the Minnesota Center for Human Rights at the University of Minnesota. They didn't have anything specific then, but they're putting me in touch with other of their partners, other centers, and other people. The director of the Institute of Metropolitan Opportunities, and we're going to see what they have and whose speaker we might be able to get that can address those issues. And it could be that the League of Women Voters can also come up with something along those lines. And actually, Commissioner Exo's brother apparently wrote a book about media and the voting process or something like that. So who knows? We might be able to get him to come. Which reminds me that we might need to put come up with a fee for the speaker. I know that this year our budget is pretty good. We're pretty flush because we didn't have too many prizes for the poster and essay contest, and we don't have the League of Human Rights Commission's fees. So I think what I would like to get a vote is on approving at least a few $100s. Possibly, we might be able to get them for free, to use that for the speakers or for that program in some ways or another. Is that something that everybody agrees? And could I have a motion on approving to use? We can put a figure if we need to. I think we can afford at least $300-400 to pay a speaker. Not that we will, but I just want to make sure. And the league will go in with us too, so they also have a budget.
Is this something that would be presented? Are you thinking to the entire community, or are you looking at
Oh, yeah.
youth? Okay.
Actually, it would be the entire community. But the other thing that would be really good is that we talked about approaching some of the social science teachers, the PSEO teachers. I think, what was it that they have? You know, my son took government at Mankato State, and maybe we can get them to come too. Maybe they can get some credit, or even the teachers can suggest some topics or some things that they want to cover, because that's some of the things that the League of Women Voters does to educate the public about how the whole process works.
I really don't think we need a motion right now until we know what the fee will be, because
Okay.
what are we really voting on?
Yeah, but we're gonna,
You know, I mean, we got the money,
see.
but let's wait,
Let's
and
wait.
if it's $75, $100, then we.
the only thing I'm concerned is that we're not meeting until September.
Mhm.
And some of this stuff, we're gonna have to, some of these speakers we might need to engage pretty quickly. We might need to make a decision, because
it's
that's September 22, our next meeting. If we wanna have it, because we're looking not too late, after October, then we get Thanksgiving, then we get Christmas. We need to make a decision. That's my only concern.
But isn't it our money to spend how we want, and so?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is
I mean,
our money. The
so if
budget
we-
is,
So if we get a speaker, I think
okay.
do we really need a motion on that, because we don't know what it's gonna be?
I'm real comfortable. I mean, if you need
Okay.
we want a motion.
Yeah.
I'm just, if you find
Okay.
a speaker and it's worth, if it's in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, the budget, we have a
I
budget.
think
We
that's a
have
good-
money we can use.
Community service.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
agree.
certainly not gonna go with a speaker that wants $2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
It still might be nice for us to know who the speaker is and what the topic
Sure.
is.
I know, and I'm gonna have, and that's the other thing. I was gonna ask Lisa to let all the commissioners know when we're meeting and keep you informed of what the speakers are. That was my next, and also if any of these commissioners is available to come to the meetings and to help with the program. But see, then that was my other concern, that it's, we don't have meetings until September, and I like everybody to know what's being done and who are we talking to.
We could do
Yeah.
a virtual meeting, if you will. Just keep us,
Mhm.
keep us all in contact with another and respond. And I think that'd be okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to
And I
put together
think
and know
that
what's going on.
that is okay. Mayor Bossman, is it okay to, if we keep in touch all through Lisa?
Legally,
Mm-hmm.
if you just give ideas and say, this is what I found, don't ask for a vote on the internet.
No,
don't ask for
no,
a vote
right.
on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're just communicating facts.
Right.
You're not making a decision. You should be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Commissioner.
Mayor Voiceman, do we need to set a limit, or we'd find that out when we ask at the time?
I'm sure that if Alma would come up with, well, I've got this fantastic speaker who's willing to come and he's going to charge $750.
And if we don't have it, we don't have it.
Then, right there, there's your response. You're gonna say, on an
So-
individual basis, you're gonna send back to her and say, I'm not in favor of $750. And I just threw that number out. Karen may send an email saying, yeah, it's worth it, et cetera, but there's only one person that's getting
Mm-hmm.
information. So when you do reply, make sure you just reply, not reply all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because reply all can now
Mm-hmm.
get you on that.
Right, right. Yeah, no, we don't want to be approving anything. I can tell this commission right now that because of the savings in the budget and everything, right now, we have $500 available. And, you know, without taking a vote, I can tell you that that would be the absolute limit for this program. And nobody objects to that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So we're good with that. Any other comments or any ideas? If anybody has any ideas about speakers on both the voting rights and the women issues. Okay. The next thing on the agenda is the League of Human Rights Commission meeting report. There was no meeting, there was not a quorum, so there was not a meeting last Saturday. They canceled.
Oh, they canceled it.
Yeah.
They canceled all that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure that some of it had to do with the weather
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So,
Bailing
yeah,
out
I know.
basements.
Yeah, I know. And so the next meeting we have is September 22nd. And in the meantime, I will, and I think we have the possibility, like if there's something comes up that we need to meet before September 22nd, I think we can convene a meeting.
At the call of the chair, you can call a meeting and try to find a
Mhm.
date and a time and a place
Mhm.
to have. Yes, you may.
Okay. Sound good?
And if we need one,
You need one?
we need.
You call it.
Yeah.
Great. So unless somebody has any other things for the agenda, we can just adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we made it under 45 minutes.